What's going on, guys? Jaffa here. There's one big important thing I wanted to tell you guys before anybody starts FIFA 23. It's coming out very shortly. The web app is on its way in 2 days from now. Here is the most important thing I want you to remember. Do not make this mistake for the first few days to maybe even the first few weeks of FIFA 23, and that is this. Do not, please, build a Premier League starter squad. I know it's so tempting. Look at these guys. You got Rashford. I mean, these are some of your guys' favorite players, right? Manchester United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool. I mean, we're all the teams, but do not do it. Rashford is going to be 30K. Like, at least. Aubameyang the same. Saliba, he's going to be like 10K. And he's only got 78 pace and 80 defending. It wouldn't surprise me if they're more, and I'm honestly, like, lowballing it. This squad right here is probably going to cost you, like, I mean, it's probably 100K. And within 2 weeks to a month, I would say, it is going to be 1/5 of the value. Do not play 2 weekends of FUT Champs. Get this team, and then 2 weeks later, all your coins are back down to about 1/5, 1/6 of what they were worth when you bought them. There are so many other leagues that I will show you that you need to build your starter squads with. That's not the Premier League. There's also one other thing that I wanted to warn you guys about. Before I get into the next one, actually, this goes for like cards that are higher rated than this too. Like if I get rid of Anthony here, and let's say I go for like the next step up will be like a Mohamed Salah. Or where is like Mahrez? Like Riyad Mahrez, even with 80 pace, he's gonna be like 30 or 40K above what other 86s are going for, just because he's in the Prem. And this goes for pretty much every Premier League card that is over 5,000 coins for the first couple weeks of the game to the first month of the game. They all are going to be inflated. If there's a way that you can get to use a different league, you really want to do that. This is if you want to be smart with your coins. I honestly think most years, like the Prem has been one of the best starter squad teams because they just like juice the Prem cards. But like this year, it's not as much like that. I think there's a lot of leagues that will compete with the Premier League for the first week or two of the game. I'll get into that in a little bit. But first, the other mistake I wanted to talk about is getting somebody in your team like Lacroix. 87 pace, right? Which is crazy for a card at the start of the game. 78 defending, 77 physical. It looks great. The problem is yeah, he's going to be good for you, but he's going to be 30K when the game drops. And this card is going to be, because he's 77 rated, is going to be one of the first cards that really drops in price. So you got guys like Lacroix, who you're going to lose. Like, using him for like a FUT Champs weekend or two is not going to be worth losing 30K. He's going to go from 30K to 2K, 3K, whenever his price drops in a couple weeks. You're going to lose 90% on this Lacroix card, when you could just go out and buy somebody like Ndika, also French, also Bundesliga, who's a really good card. 80 pace, 81 defending. This card's not going to be 1,000 coins when the game comes out, but he's not going to be 30K. In my opinion, this card is going to be way less than 1/3 of the price of Lacroix, and he's not going to drop as much as fast because he's 81 rated. There's just lots of benefits to not hoarding up these 77 to like 80 rated gold cards. There's another one that's might even be a better example. It's like Sule. Sule's 85 rated. He has 71 pace. Is he going to be as fast as Lacroix? No. If you give him on full chem, give him a shadow, he's going to have 95 defending, which is way higher than Lacroix's. And because he's an 85 rated, he is going to fall in price like so much slower. And he is going to be not that much worse. Sure, you might say Lacroix might be better, but the defending makes a pretty big difference in this game. At least it did in FIFA 22 and FIFA 21. I just go with Sule. Go with Sule. Save your coins. He's going to be cheaper than Lacroix is going to be anyway. He's going to be 8 ratings above. 85s are going to hold their value longer. Just don't go with these like 75 to 80 rated sweat cards. St. Juice is another example. This card's sick. I understand it's going to be hard to link him, but he's Dutch, and it's a little easier to link these off-league guys this year. 93 pace, 78 defending. He'll be 10K when the game comes out, even though he's in the Portuguese league. Card's gonna drop so fast. Just do yourself a favor, don't pick up these cards right away. Another prime example of this is St. Max. St. Max is gonna be a lot of fun to use. He's an 81 rated. He's got 73 shooting this year, which is higher than what he had last year. I mean, the card looks sick. The dribbling is awesome. The shooting is not great, but 82 shot power for a base gold isn't the worst ever. This card is going to be so expensive right away. I know it's tempting, right? It's St. Max. Who doesn't want to use St. Max? But just be patient. In a month time, you'll be able to use him. He'll be behind the power curve anyway at that point. And he's going to be 1/10 of the price he was. Just do me a favor. If you want to be smart with your coins this year, just don't get St. Max. Let me get into a starter squad that is going to be really, really nice for you. And we'll start with Timo Werner. Timo Werner looks really good this year. 90 pace, 80 shooting, 82 dribbling. His dribbling isn't like 79 agility, 76 balance. I know like at first glance it's like that's not very good. It's kind of average. But this year, if you look at the agility and balance on a lot of cards, they really did get nerfed. So around 80 agility and 80 balance it's pretty good considering all things considered, and just getting that 90 pace in there is going to be really good. I think Werner's gonna be a very good starting striker. I think he's going to be way less than if he would have been in the Premier League. Way less. So you're going to notice a theme here, and that is Bundesliga. I think the Bundesliga is going to be the cheapest league at the start of the FIFA this year. It usually is, except for like a Lacroix, because he's French. That's different. Guys in the Bundesliga, like this Verts card, a Cam, this guy's not going to be expensive. He's got really nice dribbling. He's got nice passing. 78 pace for a Cam at the very start of the game is not too bad either. Get a Florian Verts into your team, and you're going to really enjoy it. This card, though, I'm really excited to use. It's Konrad Laimer. This is actually one of the main reasons I wanted to use the Bundesliga, because I think he's going to be so good defensively. 86 interceptions base is so good. 90 stam, 87 aggression. With that 84 pace, you put a shadow on this guy, and honestly, he is going to be such a good DM. It's crazy how good he's going to be. Another good DM next to him is, where is he? Right here, Emre Can. This Emre Can looks crazy good. 87 physical, 80 pace, 82 defending. Yeah, this Chan card as a defensive midfielder is going to be so good. These two DMs are going to cost, like, they're not going to be super cheap, right? Do not get me wrong. They're not going to be 1,000 coins. But you know what they're not going to be? 40k. Because if they were in the Prem, that's exactly what they would be. I think Prem, Liga 1, and Serie A are going to be the 3 most expensive. And I think La Liga and Bundesliga will be the 2 cheapest. I could be wrong about that, of course, but at least this is just my experience playing the game since FIFA 14. This is how I've always rolled at the start of the game. The left mid is interesting because a lot of guys can play left mid now, as you guys know. I mean, look at all these Bundesliga options you have. Diaby is a guy who probably, because he's French, Gagai is probably going to be somewhat expensive because he's French. If he's not, go with Diaby. I think 93 pace is going to be really nice on him. But if he is, I would just go with Malen here. Malen is a left mid, 88 pace, 78 shot, good dribbling. Why not, right? That's going to be so much cheaper than other guys, other options that you have. Right mid, same story. Like, go with Diaby if he's not super expensive. Otherwise, Bellarabi is a very good shout. Gnabry's actually not bad. You just have to up that pace. I don't think he'll be that bad for you, honestly. He's got really nice shooting, which might be very helpful at the start of the game. But I go with Bellarabi. I don't want to make starter squads that are full of like 75. Like, I don't want to put Kempf in my starter squad, because you're going to be using this Kempf card for a day. If you play FIFA like all day that first day, this card is going to be nowhere near your team after one day. So let's put guys in who you might actually use for like a week or two. Slaughterbeck. Definitely want to use Slaughterbeck. 76 pace, 84 defending. Looks very good. Klosterman's a guy who might be too expensive. He's going to be like 20k probably. 86 pace, 82 defending. He looks sick. Hold off on Klosterman. Okay, hold off on him as much as you can. Delict might not even be as expensive as Klosterman. In that case, use Delict. 75 pace, super high defending, super high physical. Just go with him. Same thing with Sule, like I said. I don't think these guys will be as expensive as this Klosterman will be. Otherwise, go with Gavardiol. I don't think he's going to be very expensive. Look at this card. 82 pace, 80 defending, 83 physical. Really nice. Go with Gavardiol. Left back, I don't think it should be too expensive. Any of these guys should be really. I'd go with Rom. 87 pace. This is just a full Bundesliga team. You don't have to worry about chemistry too much. Frimpong. He might be kind of expensive because he has 94 pace, but like I said, this isn't a totally day one budget squad because you're not going to be using those guys for very long. I think it's kind of pointless to make a squad for that. And then go with really any Bundesliga keeper here. Bowman. Sure. This squad is going to be 97% as good as that Premier League squad for probably like 25% of the cost. Let me show you guys now what it's clear. Let me show you guys now what I think my starter squad is going to look like. I'm going to drop money on the game. Don't do this. I'm a content creator. I'm going to be reviewing players. I'm going to be doing a lot of SPCs. I have to drop some money on the game to start. I will show you guys how not to do that. But for me as a content creator, I really don't have a choice. I'm going to show you what I'm going to make my team as with like probably a 500k budget, I'm going to say. Probably a 500k, 600k, 700k budget. So here's the back line. You'll see where I'm going with this team in a little bit. It's like Bundesliga, La Liga hybrid team. Kevin Trapp in goal. I just kind of wanted to give a higher rated Bundesliga keeper because I want to start with a higher rated keeper because why not? Alaba, I want him in there because I really like Alaba's agility on the ball as a center back, and Shadow gives him 89 pace anyway with like 95 defending. Why the heck not? Gavardiol, put him in there because I don't really want to use Lacroix because he's going to drop in price. Gavardiol hopefully is not quite as expensive. If he is, I'm just going to go Delict there instead. Jordi Alba left back because I actually like Jordi Alba a lot in FIFA, which is kind of rare. I like the physical left backs, but Jordi Alba for me is always has always been good. So Jordi Alba left back, and I got Mazraoui at right back, who's got 84 pace, 76 defending. Looks pretty good. Midfielders, you can probably already guess where I'm going with this. It's Emre Can and it's Conrad Lamer. I think these two DMs like are gonna be the best value in the game for how good they're gonna be. They're not gonna be like I said, 1,000 coins when the game comes out, but they're gonna be not as expensive as most Premier League players or Serie A players are, and they're gonna be so good. So good. I've got the Gvardiol, Mazraoui, Chan, Lamer, and Trap combo, and Alba and Jordi Alba. So this is the fun part about this new chem system, is that you can use a lot of these guys when they don't link to each other. Cam is gonna be Nabil Fekir. I wanted to go Fekir because I think he got an upgrade from last year, and he looks amazing. 4'4", 85 agility, 91 balance. He's got good pace for a cam. His finishing's 83. I mean, there's not much more you can want from this guy. There really isn't. He'll be expensive as well. He's not going to be super cheap, but he's 85 rated. That's way better than buying an 81 rated expensive card. Let's look at left mid. This is going to be an interesting one, because I went with Eden Hazard, and I know he got a big pace downgrade. He's only got 85 now. Excuse me, 83 now. 87 dribbling, but I personally think that Hazard has like custom animations, like the custom shooting animations, dribbling animations. I think he's going to keep his traits, right? Does he have his traits still? Or maybe they don't have traits yet. He still has outside foot shot trait. I'm just going to give him a hunter, basically. Give him a hunter, and I still think he's going to be really, really solid. I think he's going to be somewhat cheap as well, considering his big downgrade this year. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I think Hazard is going to be good, especially with the first couple weeks of the game. Right mid, it's the king himself. You know, it's the early FIFA king. It's Ousmane Dembele, 5'5". Dribbling is incredible. He's always got higher shot power than finishing, which helps his shooting a lot. He's got decent passing this year. I mean, the pace is great. I mean, nothing more needs to be said about Ousmane Dembele. He's going to be expensive. He's one that also doesn't quite drop as fast. He actually stays expensive for like a month into the game. So if you're gonna buy anybody that's lower rated, probably buy an Ousmane Dembele. He's like the one exception. He stays expensive for the longest, I think, of any card. Ousmane is in there, and if I have 500k, this is not gonna be 500k, right? It's not gonna be. So I wanted to spend up on my striker, and I was like, what kind of icon or hero striker is gonna be really good and kind of underrated at the start of the game, so then he's not quite as expensive, maybe? And what I thought of was, I thought of a few guys, but the guy I ended on was baby Hristo Stoichkov. And I ended on him because I think Stoichkov is good in FIFA. He's got 89 agility. He's got high physicals with that 91 aggression. His shooting is all very good. Put up a hunter on this guy, which look at the stats with the hunter. He's got almost max in pace. He's got 96 finishing with these good base dribbling stats, high composure, good physicals. I mean, to me, I think Stoichkov is the move, and I don't think he's gonna be that expensive. How expensive was he during FIFA 22? Let's have a look at that. Well, I tried to look at his price, and I've been sitting here at a loading screen, and I refreshed like 3 times. So apparently we're not looking at his price. My guess is he's gonna be like 400k, 500k, and he might not even be that. So I think this will be my starter squad, my day 1 FIFA 23 starter squad. I think it's gonna be something like this, obviously subject to change depending on prices, because I could be wrong about some of these prices. I could be wrong about some other people's prices that are even better than these cards. A good way to check who's gonna be expensive is here. Footbin's already switched to FIFA 23 already, so here, let's go look at popular. Yeah, here's Footbin popular, and here, look at, I mean, smaller rec already is here. Yeah, see Anthony. Like, these guys are gonna be the most expensive base cards to start with. Nkunku, Messi, Gakpo. Gakpo's gonna be really expensive. Leao, 4'4", Zakaria, Rafinha, Isaac, Nunez, Danjuma, Rashford, Zielinski, Forlan. Yeah, these guys are gonna be very expensive at the start of FIFA. This is a very good, like, indicator of who is gonna be the most expensive players. As you can see, though, where are the Bundesliga players? Where's the first Bundesliga player on here? It's Nkunku, but that's different. Nkunku is just hyped pretty much because he's French. First Bundesliga player sitting here at number 29, and it's Timo Werner, who was in the Prem. And then Diaby, French. If you can avoid these guys, I mean, you're going to be looking good. It's Emre Can. Also played in the Prem. You know, I'm trying to find like the first Bundesliga straight card that has never played in the Premier League. Musiala, but people are going to be using Musiala. He's number 50. I mean, we're down at number 50 right now, and no one's anywhere between. Alvarez is 76 pace. Damn. That's not very good. Yeah, it's like, go and buy Renato Sanchez or go and get Emre Can. Renato Sanchez is going to be 40k. Emre Can's going to be like 8k. It's not even going to be close. Bundesliga players are nowhere to be seen. That is definitely the league to go with, in my opinion, this year. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We're going to be starting to go hot and heavy on the content because, oh, it's time. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.